just a special person. Just a real nice, down-to-earth guy who wants to do good for everybody else. Yeah, interested in himself. He just wants to do something for the kids and give them an opportunity and inspire them. He just wants to show them that you can live a normal life with a disability or disadvantage. And that's special.
I think Huggy's covered it, really. He is a unique person that lays himself out for others, and he cares deep for what he's doing, and it does just flow into everybody else. It is amazing. I'm proud to be riding next to him. Very, very, very proud.
I think he's an adrenaline junkie, and he uses that enthusiasm to just inspire people. You know, people look at Dave, and when he does his talks in schools and at meetings and stuff, people can see what he's done and think, you know, as he said many times, if a blind bloke from West Bromwich can do it, then I can do it. And for him to sit on the back of a tandem, not being able to see, and come down a hill at pushing 55 miles an hour, must take some guts. Yeah. Absolutely.
I think the term these days in social media, the term inspirational is perhaps overused, but in Dave's case is absolutely fitting. And I think what impresses me is he puts his heart and soul into the foundation, but he's not just giving children an example of you can lead a normal life. Actually, he leads an extraordinary life, and his lack of sight doesn't stop him. And as Steve's just said, you know, I jokingly for a few seconds shut my eye. It's not really a good thing to do, but I knew the guys had my back. And actually, it was, you know, you're coming down a hill and you shut your eyes for 3 seconds and you think, we were doing 55 miles an hour. He is so courageous in all he does. And I think genuinely for me, you know, I've been in touch with him since 2008, and we've always kept in touch, because I think, as Greenie said, he just rubs off on people. That inspirational approach, and he's so down to earth with it. It rubs off on people, just like him because he's a nice bloke, but actually he's quite an extraordinary bloke.
What you see is what you get.
Can I just say as well, I think his family deserve a mention as well, because he's got the support of them all the while. He can't do none of what he does without them. And you can see he's rubbing off on his family as well, because, I mean,
good people.
It's brilliant. Yeah. So he needs that support. He's obviously got that.
It has been not an easy ride. Just different, complicated. The roads have been different to what we're used to in the UK. But the scenery's been exceptional. It's just been great in that sense. But there's been some really tough climbs. I think Dave has alluded to that. And he's suffering, we're all suffering, but we're getting there.
The week's been special, really has. Pretty proud to have done it. Pretty proud to have done it for the cause that we're doing it for, and also to ride with such a special person. I think when you get closer to him and you realise what he puts himself through and what he does, it makes it even more special. And I think the guy is fantastic, and he's everything. I always think that the foundation and what the foundation is about. I grew up playing all sorts of sports and took it for granted. The foundation gives these young kids and children and adults an opportunity to do what I took for granted all my life. You know, they get a chance to experience that and have the fun doing it, part of a team. And Dave drives that, and he's the inspiration behind it. Yeah, the foundation's there, but he's like a figurehead, and he just shows that it can be done. And that's what inspires you.
Brilliant.
And that makes you want to be part of it all.
It's challenging, different challenges. So you've got, you know, the vast open roads of what was Eastern Germany. We just talk about the ride itself. Then we moved into Holland yesterday and the day before, and that brings its own challenges for a group of cyclists with all the cycle paths. But I'm really surprised that we've all remained really quite level-headed during the ride. I thought by now someone might have kicked off, but it hasn't really happened at all yet. We've still got a day to go, so there's plenty of time for that to happen. but hopefully we're on the home leg now, and it'll remain the way it has been for the rest of the week.
Yeah, it's been a challenge, and I think as Mark and Huggy have said, when you have, everyone has moments when it's tough, and you're in a bit of pain and your backside's hurting and whatever, but actually the one person who never complains is Dave, and he's been in some pain, and I've never heard him say a word of complaint. And actually for me, it makes my minor complaints pale into insignificance.
He
And
said,
I think
said a few under his breath.
he may have, but I was a bit concerned because I didn't know everyone, but I've been made to feel really welcome. You know, the guys have let me win the sprints and things like that, just so I could fit in a bit more. It's really kind of them.
It's only because we know you're much like that.
No, I think the camaraderie for the week has been phenomenal. And that's really made it quite special. We've all suffered the same, we've all been up and down the same hills, but actually there's been a real banter and a liveliness and a friendliness across the whole team, which has been excellent. And I think has made it just that little bit more special. We know why we're doing it, we know, you know, the importance of the foundation, everything else, but it's been great to enjoy it as well and get some miles into the legs and have some lighter moments, which we've tried to have.
The support team as well have been absolutely fantastic.
Yeah,
They've been amazing.
Yeah,
They haven't stopped, and you don't realise how much you need that.
The difference it makes turning up at a stop and having food laid out for you, a cup of coffee put in your hand before you've even got off your bike, and then you get to the hotel in the evening and your bags are in your rooms. It just makes
It's amazing. Motorbike, front and back, you know, you've got your front covered, your back covered. It just takes a lot of pressure away from you. It really does.
I think as individuals we've just got to know each other over the days. We had that opportunity on the drive over to Colditz, and then really it's just been enhanced as we've got onto the road, and we've worked really well, we've communicated really well on the road, and we have created an excellent bond together. We've got a really high level of trust when we're riding together, and the banter comes from it. You know,
He's just a baby.
As much as getting in my own bed will be lovely, I have actually loved the whole journey, and what we do in every day, a little routine. It's been,
You live in, we have lived in a little bubble.
Yes.
And as people have said, the admin team have been outstanding, and we've been able to just get on with the cycling. And as Mark said, there's been a bit of banter on the road, but everyone's looking out for everyone. You know, we four have spent a lot of time looking out for Dave and Dougie and trying to make it as easy, because we know they've got the toughest job, trying to make it easy for them. But actually, we've all been looking out for each other as well, and I think it is about trust. And within a day or so, I think there was already an element of trust there. Huggy's been, I'm amazed. He's done the whole thing with his sort of Franken knee, which has grown by the days, and the fact he's still here, and actually, that's been really important that the four of us have been able to stay together and continue to work both for Dougie and Dave, but also for each other, and that's. I think that comes across well, and I feel particularly privileged that I've come along. I'm not a Baggies fan. I couldn't understand Huggy for the first 2 days as I worked through the accent, but now I get about 50% of what he says. As long as
you don't know the other 50%.
As long as Tony's not there when I'm down to 25%, but it has been good.
My strongest rider is a Huggy, because his knee has been held together with blue tape.
And rosemary intervention.
Bits of string and a few ice packs. And you're talking about people never moaning. He ain't moaned once and hurt his leg. And he looks like Douglas Barder when he's walking. But
I think when you see Dave
kept on at
driving on, and you can see the grimaces on his face and that, you don't want to moan, do you? You want to do it because you want to do it for yourself, and you want to do it because you want to do it for Dave. So if he ain't going to moan with what he's putting himself through, I don't see why.
And for all of us, we don't want to be sort of getting donations off people and then not finishing the ride.
That's fair enough.
My missus will kill me, but I'm there.
Same for me. Let me know.
Mr. Mason?
When we're doing the wrecking, do you want me to do the routes again?
Maybe not.
No.
David?
As long as Steve isn't doing the route. I'm,